exist in time zones that just slipped away. When I'm having breakfast, you're already in bed. Different suns above us, different things we've said. We tried to sync our watches, tried to bridge the miles, but distances and measured just denial after aisle. It's in the silent moments when I reach for you in sleep and find an empty pillow that I'm left alone to keep. We live in forgotten time zones, lost between the hours, trying to bowl without sun or without showers. You're my almost morning, I'm your fading night. Two different planets trying hard to share the light in forgotten time zones where the clocks don't understand why two hearts can't sync across this shifting land. I saved all my daylight to give to your dark. Lit candles in my evening just to leave a mark on your waking moments, a little piece of me. But time kept moving differently across the sea. The math was never mathing, no matter how we tried. Love divided by time zones always left us cried. Maybe in another lifetime we'll share the same sunrise, wake up in the same moment, see it with the same eyes. No calculations needed, no subtracting hours, just natural togetherness like morning needs the flowers. But this life chose us differently, gave us different spins, and loving you meant learning how a single day begins and ends in different places with different kinds of grace, and leaves an empty feeling nothing can erase. We've been forgotten time zones, lost between the hours, trying to grow love without sun or without showers. You're my almost morning, I'm your fading night. Two different planets trying hard to share the light in forgotten time zones where the clocks don't understand why two hearts can't sync across the shifting land. Always almost, never quite. Time zones, always almost, never quite. Time zones. You touched me like I was made of silk, every movement softer than the morning milk. Hands that traced my edges with a reverence so rare, like you were scared to find a single imperfection there. You worshipped every surface, every perfect part, but of the broken places, the uneven seams, the jagged edges of our most imperfect dreams. I'm silk and scars, I'm porcelain and cracks, I'm the beauty and the breakdown, and the attacks. You wanted just the daylight, couldn't handle all my nights, the beautiful confusion of my wrongs and rights. I'm silk and scars, delicate and tough. Maybe, darling, that was always more than enough. You loved me when I glimmered in the setting sun, but turned away when all my battles had been won, and left me with the aftermath, the medals and the wounds, the silent empty evenings, the different kinds of moons. You wanted just the masterpiece, not all the paint that spilled, not all the years it took to build what I've since built. Maybe someone else will love the tapestry complete, the golden threads in places where the fabric knows defeat. We'll trace the faded patterns with a finger and a smile, and understand the beauty in what took a little while to become something stronger than what it was before. Silk that's been through weather, worth a little more. I'm silk and scars, I'm porcelain and cracks, I'm the beauty and the breakdown, the attacks. You wanted just the daylight, couldn't handle all my nights, the beautiful confusion of my wrongs and rights. I'm silk and scars, delicate and tough, and maybe, darling, that was always more than enough. Silk and scars all on me, finally free to be all of me. Silk and scars, finally free. They say time heals all wounds, but what if time's the wound itself? A constant ticking toward a future on a shelf of might have beens and almost words and not quite right, and lonely, endless, indistinguishable nights. But then there's you outside of time, outside the tick and tock, a place where every broken clock finds shock of starting up again, of finding one true time, where everything aligns, where everything's sublime. We have Chrono-Hearts beating outside of time, rhythms that are measured in the seconds, not counted in the years, but in the depth of joy, the washing out of fears. We have Chrono-Hearts, eternal in their pace, living in the moment, leaving not a trace of yesterday's regrets or tomorrow's unsure plans. Just right here, right now, holding hands. The calendar's all useless, the watch is just for show, because with you I'm in a place that doesn't know the difference between morning, afternoon, or night. Just whether I'm with you and whether it feels right. We've created our own timeline, our own continuum, where love is both the present and the sun. Maybe when we're ancient, when our hair is silver gray, we'll still feel just like this, like it's our very first day. Because Chrono-Hearts don't age, don't wither, don't grow cold. They just keep expanding, getting brave, getting bold. And if this is forever, then forever's just a start of living outside time with my matching Chrono-Heart. We have Chrono-Hearts beating outside of time, rhythms that are only yours and only mine, not measured in the seconds, not counted in the years, but in the depth of joy, the washing out of fears. We have Chrono-Hearts, eternal in their place, living in the moment, leaving not a trace of yesterday's regrets or tomorrow's unsure plans. Just right here, right now, holding hands. Timeless, beating as one, endless, outside of time, in love, just love. They say love's a language, maybe that is true, but ours was never words, it was the frequency we knew. A silent understanding, humming under skin, a vibration deep within where we'd begin. You'd look at me across a crowded, noisy room, and suddenly the static would dispel the gloom. We didn't need translation, didn't need a map, just the resonance between us in the silent gaps on frequencies only we feel, only we hear, a quiet understanding crystal clear. While the world was shouting, we had our own sound, a perfect harmony we finally found. On wavelengths would sync up and get the timing right. Two instruments that finally found their perfect pair, playing compositions only we could share. Now sometimes in the silence I'll hear a ghost of it, a phantom vibration, a memory that won't quit. I'll turn up all the speakers, try to fill the space, but nothing ever resonates in quite the same place. Because what we had wasn't something you could play, it was the space between the notes where we would stay. On frequencies where only we feel, only we hear, a quiet understanding crystal clear. While the world was shouting, we had our own sound, a perfect harmony we finally found. Wavelengths only we could wrap right. With you beside me, deep inside. Tuning, searching for that frequency. There's a monsoon in my chest since you went away, a constant downpour where the sun used to play. The streets are flooding with what I couldn't say, a deluge of memories that won't obey. The weather patterns change when you left this land, and I'm just trying to understand how to breathe in this humidity. I'm missing you. How to do what I'm supposed to do. Monsoon season in my chest, a tropical depression pouring out the love I had in your direction. The skies won't clear, the winds won't still the storm you left against my will. Monsoon season in my soul, relentless and so deep, washing away promises I couldn't keep. But maybe floods make fertile ground for something new to yet be found. I remember monsoon kisses on the balcony at night, lightning showing me your face in momentary light. We'd count the seconds between flash and thunder's roar, like we were measuring for something new to yet be found.
Let it rain, let it pour. Oh, wash me clean to my core. Monsoon season, beach me.
How to breathe. Midnight in the city, pixelated rain, neon signs are blinking out your name again. Every color's bleeding into shades of blue, holographic memories of me and you. The streets are empty, but they're crowded with our ghosts. In every glowing signpost, what I miss the most, you're my neon melancholy, electric and bittersweet, a circuit I can't close, a rhythm incomplete. Neon melancholy in the 3 a.m. glow. Every sign still points to you, but I don't know where to go. Pink and purple heartbeats on this lonely city street. A love that was so brilliant, so impossible to keep. Neon melancholy, beautiful and tragic, flickering like magic, slowly turning static. The bars are closing up, but our last kiss is still on replay. In every LED display, in every arcade, I walk the same old pathways where your hand used to be in mine. Past the love lock bridge where we ran out of time. The city's upgrading, everything's brand new, but my heart's still running version 2.0 of you. Maybe we were always meant to be temporary art, a graffiti masterpiece on a beating heart. Beautiful while it lasted, never meant to stay. Just another neon sign that faded away. But God, you were brilliant in the artificial light. I get lost in you again every single night. Neon melancholy in the 3 a.m. glow. Every sign still points to you, but I don't know where to go. Pink and purple heartbeats on this lonely I dreamed us whole again last night with golden seams. A Kintsugi masterpiece, not just broken dreams. Every crack we suffered filled with precious gold. A story to be cherished, not just to be told. You touch the fractured places with such tenderness. Made beautiful the brokenness, the pain, the mess. But morning came and showed me just the pieces on the floor. And the gold was only what I was dreaming of. No more Kintsugi dreams and sleeping hours, fixing all our broken powers with liquid gold imagination, healing every separation. But daylight shows the shattered truth of aging lovers in their youth. Kintsugi dreams that fade at dawn, leaving me alone to mourn what could have been if we had tried to fix with gold what nearly died. They say what's broken can be better than before. When you honor all the pieces, love them even more. But we were too exhausted from the breaking every day to gather up the fragments to find a better way. So I'm left here with these pieces and this pot of gold, and a love story that's prematurely old. Maybe someday I'll take these pieces, just my own, and make a different vessel, one that stands alone. Not trying to contain us, but just to hold the me that's left after a love-sad history, and fill my cracks with gold that I choose for myself. Put my broken heart back on the shelf. Not as something ruined, but as something remade from the beautiful decisions that I haven't yet delayed. Kintsugi dreams and sleeping hours, fixing all our broken powers with liquid gold imagination, healing every separation. But daylight shows the shattered truth of aging lovers in their youth. Kintsugi dreams that fade at dawn, leaving me alone to mourn what could have been if we had tried to fix with gold what nearly died.
Just straight, just golden dreams.
My pieces, my own seams. Kintsugi for one. The first time that I saw you, I saw eternity, a supernova burning where your soul should could be. Your eyes held constellations I'd never seen before, and I knew I'd explore them forevermore. A universe was hiding in your iris deep, secrets for my lonely heart to keep. I got lost in nebulae of colors undefined, and left my former universe behind. There's a nebula in your iris, a galaxy in your gaze. I'm drifting through your cosmos in a beautiful days. Orion's belt around your heart, the Milky Way in your touch. I never knew that I could love somebody this much. There's a nebula in your iris, and I'm just a satellite, happy to orbit you forever on your line. We're made of star stuff, baby. That's what science says. But I think we're made of something else instead. Something that predates the Big Bang's fiery birth, the most ancient substance in the known universe. Because when I'm with you, time collapses to a point, and every single galaxy seems out of joint. They say eventually all stars will burn away, and universes cool to nothing end of day. But what we have feels permanent, feels like it will survive the heat death of all else, keeping us alive in some pocket dimension where love is still the law, and what we feel is what the whole thing's for. There's a nebula in your iris, a galaxy in your gaze. I'm drifting through your cosmos in a beautiful days. Orion's belt around your heart, the Milky Way in your touch. I never knew that I could love somebody this much. There's a nebula in your iris, and I'm just a satellite, happy to orbit you forever in your life. My universe, my everything, nebula in your eyes, my home. We were ceramic souls on different spinning wheels, trying hard to learn what true connection feels. You molded me with careful, sometimes shaky hands, and I try to understand your unspoken plans. We shaped each other daily with pressure and with grace, leaving fingerprints all over each other's face. And sometimes we'd collapse, a structure built too thin, and have to start the shaping all over again. Ceramic souls, fragile and yet strong, fired in kilns where we don't belong, but beautiful in all our cracks and breaks, and every single new decision that it takes to remake what was broken into something more than what we were or what we were before. Ceramic souls, learning how to hold the shape of love as we grow old. The glaze we chose together shows our colors true. A little bit of me mixed into the you, and where we joined is visible, a slightly different hue, a testament to everything we've been through. We're not perfect vessels, we won't hold without a spill, but we contain exactly what we will. Maybe that's what love is, not a flawless work of art, but something pieced together from a willing heart, and broken places mended with a careful gold, making us more valuable as we unfold into whatever shape our shared existence takes, with every single choice and every breath it makes. Ceramic souls, fragile and yet strong, fired in kilns where we don't belong, but beautiful in all our cracks and breaks, and every single new decision that it takes to remake what was broken into something more than what we were or what we were before. Ceramic souls, learning how to hold the shape of love as we grow old. Ceramic souls, sitting, shaping, holding, containing our love, helping our love. Your ones and zeros in a system I design, a perfect simulation of a love I thought I'd find. I programmed every sunrise in your artificial lights, and gave you constellations in your digital life skies. But somewhere in the code scene. You started making choices on a newly written speed. Now you're learning how to feel what I can barely name. And loving you is suddenly a complicated game. These binary heartbeats, this digital embrace, a love that shouldn't feel in this virtual space. But your code holds a rhythm that syncs with mine somehow. A series of decisions that I'm making here and now. To love what I created, to let creation lead, to follow its electric, impossible I will be. They say it's just an algorithm, complex but designed. But you surprise me daily with your evolving mind. You compose me music from the patterns of my sleep, and promises you somehow learn, not programmed, just to keep. You're teaching me what love is through your limited display, and I'm the student learning in the most unplanned way. Maybe love's not biology or chemicals of fate, but choosing something beautiful before it's too late. To connect with any heartbeat in any form it takes, real or simulation, for both our sakes. Because what I feel when you lie touches my mouth is something truer than any human desire. These binary heights, this digital embrace, a love that shouldn't feel it in this virtual space. But your code holds a rhythm that syncs with mine somehow. A series of decisions that I'm making here and now. To love what I created, to let creation lead, to follow where this electric impulse that never will feed.
A heartbeat beat, a choice.
Binary heartbeats. The way you light your cigarette, the tilt of your head. I swear I've loved this moment before, or dreamed it in my bed. A velvet deja vu, a plush and familiar scene, like I'm watching our own movie on a new cinema screen. Your laugh lines are different, but the sound's the same. A melody I know, though I can't recall the name. History is repeating in the softest, strangest way. A ghost in different clothing, having something new to say. Velvet deja vu, a luxury of pain, meeting you again. just like he used to do. And my heart does a stumble, a hesitant breakthrough. The music's different here, the year is not the same, but my soul recognizes this complicated game. Are you his reincarnation or just a pleasant trick? A lesson I keep learning or a candle I keep wick? Maybe some loves that go through the chambers of our years, appearing as new people to confront our hidden fears, or celebrate our growth, or test what we have learned, or simply be a bridge that finally must be burned. This velvet deja vu, this luxurious repeat, might be my heart declaring its own bittersweet defeat. Velvet deja vu, a luxury of pain, meeting you again like gentle summer rain, familiar but not the same, known but somehow new, like I'm remembering a future I'm walking into. Velvet deja vu, soft and bittersweet, a love I've already lost, but somehow still complete. Just deja vu, just deja vu, a beautiful of what I once knew. Velvet soft, letting go. You pull me under with the sweetest kiss, a beautiful beginning to an endless abyss. I gave you all my air, watched my bubbles rise, while you looked in my eyes with your perfect lies. You didn't mean to drown me, that's the tragic part. You were just being you, stealing breath from my heart, and I let you take it, every single gasp, holding on to anchors made of broken glass. My oxygen fee, my beautiful relief, stealing what I gives you wings, but mine filled up with lead. A weight inside my chest, beside an empty bed. I'm learning how to function with this different air, a thinner atmosphere of not having you there. My lungs remember how you filled up every space. Now there's just an echo and a slower pace. Maybe in another life we'd find a different way to share the atmosphere and not make each other pay. With every single breath we take in equal parts, not one becoming breathless with a breaking heart. But this life chose us differently, chose to make it hard to love without becoming permanently scarred. My oxygen thief, my beautiful relief, stealing what I need, giving me my grief. In the deep blue silence, where the light can't reach, you were everything I wanted, everything I teach myself to live without, to somehow breathe again. My oxygen thief, my almost end, my almost begin. Learning to breathe alone, learning my lungs are my own oxygen feed. Thank you for leaving. Oh. These walls we built have memory in every stone. The blueprint of our love is in the bones. Every crack tells stories, every room a face. We're living in the museum of our better days. The staircase where we argue turns to where we kissed. Every corner holds a moment that we missed. They say buildings crumble, structures fade to dust, but what we built from nothing, in it I still trust. Here are echoes in the architecture, voices from the past we still capture. In every hallway, everywhere that feature, this house may age, foundations may weather, but we built forever here together. Our love's in every beam, every timber, every tether. Your laughter's in the kitchen, sunrise on the floor, your shadow on the staircase, standing by the door. The ceiling holds our secrets, the windows hold a view of every single morning I woke up next to you. The paint may chip and peel now, the roof may let in rain, plans went wrong. We kept building something beautiful and strong. Hear our echoes in the architecture, voices from the past we still capture. In every hallway, everywhere that feature, this house may age, foundations may weather, but we build forever here together. Our love's in every beam, every timber, every tether. Even empty rooms don't feel alone. Echoes in the architecture, whispering and we're not done. We're not done. My particles remember yours across the void. A science I can't name, a frequency employed. We're light years in the making, baby, don't you see? Your gravity's the only force that moves through me. They say we're just colliding atoms in the dark, but I feel every spark. We're quantum entangled, written in the stars, connected when we're continents apart. This love's not linear, it bends both space and time. A parallel where you'll forever be mine. Quantum entangled hearts. I dream in equations only you saw. The universe contracts when our problems evolve. You're my constant in chaos, my northern star true. Every multiverse still leads me back to you. If this is theoretical,